When it feels like it's not unfolding fast enough, a very good thing for you to say to yourself is, I have created such a magnificent template or pattern, vibrational escrow of what I'm looking for, that the universe can't give that to me until I really am a vibrational match to it. And because I have become so specific about what I want, the universe isn't giving me stuff I don't want, stuff I don't want, stuff I don't want to coax me along the way. The universe, like me, is holding out for delivering the goods of what I really, really want. In other words, it's worth waiting for. Every time you notice that it's taking too long, you tune yourself away from the vision. So saying things like, it's worth waiting for, and it doesn't have to manifest this red hot minute, and things are unfolding, and I know I'm doing good, and because I feel good so much of the time, I know I'm on track, and I don't mind a little contrast, and the contrast is helping me to build it even more. And maybe in this not manifesting right now, I'm still collecting more data to make my vibrational escrow even better. And maybe I'm still in the process of building it the way I really want it to be. You see, imagine standing in a place in the middle of a manifestation that just keeps unfolding and unfolding and giving and giving and giving and giving, where you're saying over and over and over and over to yourself, oh, it's so much more than I even was able to mentally conjure. The universe has knocked itself out to deliver every little piece of everything that I ever even thought that I wanted is unfolding here and now, you see. You cannot be denied. You can't want like you want and line up like you line up without the unfolding of what you really want being in the wings of your life experience, in the immediate offing. But you cannot turn upstream in that by noticing that it hasn't happened yet or that it's taking too long without slowing the whole thing down. You have to find a way of being happy on your way to where you're going, not holding out to be happy only when you get there. Because if you're not willing to be happy on the way, you can't get there. Happy on the way to being there, satisfied on the way, proud of yourself on the way, certain that it's coming on the way, eager on the way. Trusting on the way, believing on the way, happy on the way, expanding on the way. So we'd say things like, it must just be getting better and better and better because I keep collecting more data. I cannot be denied this. I can feel it. I can feel I'm on the track of it. And meanwhile, I'm happy on the way, I'm happy on the way, I'm happy on the way. And those aspects that we know loom that make you feel less happy, think less of them and focus upon the ones that give you more reason to feel happy. I'm on track. I'm doing pretty good. I've got another 30-day extension. I'm happy most of the time. And when I'm not, I can feel it. I'm dreaming big. And big dreams, from my point of view, sometimes take a little longer. And maybe that's something that I need to work at in my vibration. But meanwhile, I'm sure that these things that I'm asking for are giving me a reason to focus that are going to give me payoffs on many other things. I have a feeling that my vibrational escrow is much bigger than I can even conceive of. And I know that law of attraction is responding to the vibration that I'm emitting. And I'm willing to use that guidance. I'm happy to use that post-manifestational awareness. In other words, I'm saying I'm happy, and I'm also saying it's not happening fast enough. So the manifestation that's not happening shows me that I'm not offering the vibration that maybe I think I'm offering. And so I'm willing to clean it up a little more and clean it up a little more. And I can feel that discouragement is not my friend, even though I sometimes feel discouraged. I can feel that encouragement is my friend. I can feel that discouragement is not my friend, and hope is my friend. And there's nothing wrong with being discouraged, but I want to be more hopeful. And I acknowledge that I'm feeling good, pretty good most of the time. But I also acknowledge that there's more that I can do. And I'm willing to do it. I'm wanting to do it. I'm eager to do it. I don't need the manifestation to happen in order to be happy. That's what I'm coming forth to live and learn and teach. I don't have to wait to get to the ending place in order to celebrate the journey that I've taken. My celebration is every step along the way. Look at me. Here I am at the beginning of this magnificent creation, already sort of complaining a little bit about what's not coming fast enough, when really the whole world is out there spreading out before me, and my intentions are getting stronger in every day, and every particle of discomfort that I feel is me launching another rocket to get my stream going faster. And maybe I'm just holding out for a really fast moving stream, and when I come into alignment with that, there'll be an explosion. That's what I've always been saying. Want to make a big splash. Don't want to just sort of dribble it out. I want to really get it going. That's what you're doing, you see. your work is to make it an emotional journey. Let your journey to your financial fortune be an emotional journey, not an action journey. So how does that play out? Well, that plays out that you imagine it and you pretend it and you feel good about it, or you even hope it. But you just can't keep saying it's not working, it's not working, it's not working, it's not working without turning around and going in the opposite direction. You've got to find a way to keep pointed in the right direction. And your emotions are that indicator. So in every moment, you've got two emotions. One feels one way and one feels slightly better. In other words, one feels good, one feels bad. If you will look at it in that way. Sometimes people will say, Abraham, I can't tell the difference on this. And we say, then keep focusing upon it until it becomes strong enough that you can feel it. Your emotions will always give you guidance. And when you decide to let yourself be guided by your emotion, now you quantify your journey. And now, people who are watching you, who haven't caught on to what your magic is, will notice that things are manifesting faster for you. But what they will notice first is you seem irrationally joyful anyway. How's it going? They'll say, great, you say. Oh, did you get that job? No. It's coming. Why are you so happy? Because it's coming. No, really, seriously. Why are you so happy? Because it's coming. Well, did someone call you? No. Did you get the second interview? No. Why are you so happy? Because it's coming. Well, how do you know that it's coming? That's the big question. How do you know it's coming when the physical evidence is to the contrary? How do you know? I know law of attraction, and I know how I've been feeling, and I know that there's not a shred of evidence to the contrary of it. I know that when I feel this way, things are moving in the direction. I've been here before. I felt this way that one other time, and it panned out well. In other words, you can let loose of all of the evidence that is to the contrary when you know the law. And the law says that that which is likened to itself is drawn. And what it means is the vibration that you are emanating is being matched, and the evidence is soon to follow. You live in this wonderful environment where there is a buffer of time. And that buffer of time says it's not going to manifest in the first moment you thought it. And friends, that's a very, very good thing. Because until you get really good at directing thought, you don't want every thought that you think to manifest. But from a non-physical standpoint, in the stability of source, from the perspective where worlds are created, when you, leading edge genius, worthy person, out here on the leading edge of your experience, live something which causes you to delicately, infinitely, specifically identify something that you would prefer for you, source says you ought to know, consider it done, and becomes a perfect vibrational match to it, and in that moment calls you to it. And when you hear the call, even if it's rage, you're moving in the right direction. So the contrast causes you to ask, and it becomes a vibrational reality immediately. And our physical friends say, well, that's very nice for someone, that it is now a vibrational reality. But I want that vibrational reality to become more. I want to realize it fully. I want to be able to see it and hear it and smell it and taste it and touch it. I'm happy that you're happy, Abraham, that there's a vibrational reality. But I want that vibrational reality to be more. I want the money in my bank and the lover in my bed. I want more. I want more than this vibrational reality. And we say, then all you have to do is tune yourself to the frequency of your vortex. And it's not something that you will do instantaneously. In almost every case, it is something that you do gradually, but in every case, it is absolutely something that you can do. So if you've been listening to us for a while, you've heard us go on and on about law of attraction to the point that you're sort of tired of hearing about it. But it doesn't slow us down because it matters so much. And if you've been listening to us for a while, you've been hearing us talking about the vortex and how it is vibrating at a very high frequency, and that it would be really good for you, good feeling for you, and good results for you if you could gradually and consistently raise your vibration to the frequency of what's in your vortex. Because when you're up to speed with all that you've become, you're tuned in, tapped in, turned on. You feel wonderful. Things go well for you. You have good timing. You have good flexibility. Life is sweet for you, and those around you benefit just being near you. So if you've been listening to us for a while, you know about this vortex stuff. But today we want to talk to you about what happens once you have launched a rocket, once we've gotten hold of it, once source energy, the likes of us, has focused upon it and brought it into a vibrational reality that is ready to manifest, ready to be realized, ready for you to actualize it into your experience, ready for you to make it the reality that you want to claim out here on this leading edge, this furthest, most expanded part of the universe where everything that is wonderful must manifest if you will only allow it in your experience. So what's the next step? Well, the next step is recognizing that while you sifted through the contrast, and while you launched the rocket, and while the rocket went where it's supposed to be, and while Source took hold of it, and while all of the cooperative components have been assembled, and while it's ready to pop into your experience, you, the creator of this wonderful thing that you put into the vortex, it's ready to pop into your experience, but you have to prepare yourself vibrationally for the revelation of it, for the realization of it. And in order to explain that in a way that you can really hear it, we're saying, so here's your vortex at this very high frequency. Imagine a cork bobbing on the surface of the water, up there where the pure vibration is. You can hold that cork under the water. You can. But when you let go of it, it's going to bob right back up there. So when you stop doing those things you do that hold your cork under the water, you'll bob right back up, and you'll be a vibrational match to that which you want. Happens every night when you sleep for a moment. It bobs up, but you grab hold of it and drag it right back down usually, as you remember yesterday. So your cork is bobbing on the surface. And when your cork is bobbing on the surface, when what you are thinking about in this moment, when what you are giving your attention to is absent of resistance, when you're not doing that thing you do that makes you feel uneasy, when you're not introducing into your vibrational frequency unwanted things, better said, when you are in a place of allowing, when you've been meditating, when you've been praising, when you've been appreciating, when you are tuned in, tapped in, turned on, when you are in love, when you are in that high-flying, good-feeling place, when your emotions are telling you how good you are feeling, then you are a perfect vibrational match to what's in your vortex. And what's in your vortex then, through the path of least resistance, can flow easily into your experience. But the realization of it is yours.